Welcome dear friends. I call you friends because we are all learners throughout our lives, and so let us begin our journey of understanding this module, that is values as life skills. In this module, we will be discussing about the concept of value and its allied concepts. First, we will just look into the definition of value. There are several definitions of value. Different disciplines use the term value in different senses. Among social scientists, I must say that economists are directly concerned with value. However, their concept of value has been changing along with changes in economic theory. In economics, the term value often refers to several things such as interest, pleasure, likes, preferences, duties, moral obligations, desires, wants, needs, aversions, affections, and many other modalities of selective orientation. From philosophical perspective, we can see that the notion of value can be traced back to the Platonic doctrine of idea of good. It is a culmination of the ideal world and as the principle which was to unify, systematize and organize all other forms. I think at this stage it is useful to make a distinction between values and facts. While fact is a matter of what is, value is a matter of what ought to be. Sociologists therefore make a clear distinction between normative order of values and the world of facts, which is merely described without any value judgment. Values are conferred on an object by an individual attitude towards it. In attitude research, values are ideas held by people about ethical behavior or appropriate behavior, what is right or wrong, desirable or undesirable. In the same vein, philosophers treat values as part of ethics and aesthetic and political philosophy. From the discussion, we can see that the concept of value is ambiguous and there have been efforts to clearly define it. Values only have value when they are acted upon. Values are trust in certain things that influence the way we behave and influence our decisions. Say for example, if a person believes that punctuality is very important, then they will try to be punctual when when they deal with other people. Values are connected to our thinking about what is good or precious or standards that rule behavioral options. Values can be said as abstract standards, not good or bad or not tied to any situation or object, but definitely representing beliefs that about how to behave. Thus, main features of basic values can be summed up as follows. Values are based on beliefs and they are not objective, more to do with emotions. Values are motivational in nature. They are looked at as something people desires and look into a person. Values go beyond a particular action or situation. They are ideas, and this nature of values distinguishes them from other forms and attitudes which are often connected with particular situation, objects or action. Again, values guide us like a light tower when it comes for decision making. They often present themselves as standards or parameters for making choices. Values are hierarchical features, but since values themselves are abstracts, they are prioritized in different order by different individuals, and that exactly make them the individual unique. This feature is what again distinguishes them from norms and attitudes. These features have been incorporated by the Schwartz value theory. We will use the SVT because it has been seen as the state of art. We will look into SVT a bit later. Values again are defined as desirable, trans-situational goals varying in importance that serve as guiding principles in the life of a person or other social entity. Values reflect our attitudes and what we believe about everything. For example, love for family is a value a person may be willing to work hard for and make even sacrifices to achieve. This value reflects the fact that the person believes that love for family is more important than anything else in life. This should be reflected in his or her decisions and actions. If not, it is not what the person values. Values are our main beliefs, ideas, qualities and traits that we consider worthwhile. They are essential to us for the reason that they influence and direct us in deciding what is right or wrong. They give us aspirations and helps us to choose and decide how to plan and act on our future. Some examples of values are honesty, love, simplicity, friendship, neatness, kindness, and reliability. We normally learn them from our family. We may also learn about value from our peers and other group in our surroundings. People's value differ. Core values are basic human values required for all human beings to live harmoniously together. The 12 universal core values are peace, love, unity, simplicity, cooperation, tolerance, happiness, responsibility, freedom, honesty, humility, and respect. Now we will discuss about sources of value. Friends, can you think just of some of the sources of values? Well, I could figure at least 8 of them, but I am sure there are many lots more. Let's discuss one by one. Family. As family is the prime agent for socialization, parents impart to their children socio-cultural attitudes, traditions, and values. Next, we can consider religion. Religion is one of the key features that influence beliefs and attitudes within the family. Religion influences personal views on life, therefore, it is a major source of value formation. Society. Societies obligate some principles on its people which spell out permitted and non-permitted behavior. In different circumstances and channels, society affects our way of behaving. Peer group. Acceptance and a sense of belonging are of vital importance to every individual. Our friends influence our attitude and way of thinking. Personality traits. All individuals have personal qualities which influence personal value formation. And the next is environment. The environment in which we stay or spend time affects the values we possess. Media. The media influences us through electronics, internet, that's social media, and print. Education. We again gain knowledge on many issues that shape our values and overall worldview through our formal education. Then the type of values. Friends, next we will consider some of the most common categories that values can be divided into. Universal values. These are values that have acceptance from across all sections due to its significance. These are also very essential values like peace, human dignity, etc. Instrumental values. These are values that is a source for some other related values, or it can be used as an instrument to achieve other things in life. For example, being polite, which will help us in achieving other things like maybe a better job, acceptance among people, that can be said as instrumental values. Next is intrinsic values. Intrinsic values can be said as value in itself simply because it is desirable and because of its acceptance. Examples are friendship, happiness, beauty, etc. Prerequisite values. These from the very name itself can be understood as something we need beforehand to get some other higher goal. This can be compared to as something like going to school before entering into college. This foundation is needed to achieve higher values or goals. Example of this can be justice, because without justice we cannot achieve equality. Next is paramount values. From the word again, it can be interpreted as something which is highly important, basic and supreme. They are highly essential and the absence of which would lead to vast problems in society. Examples of this would be freedom, for which many revolutions and many lives were lost and was carried out. Next is operative values. These may be said as guiding principle or what gives a sense of right and wrong. Since these are our guiding forces, we often make judgment based on it, and difficult decisions are also based on these principal values. Examples of these are honesty, loyalty, etc. Now the next that I want to discuss with my friends is value clarification. Value clarification is a technique for encouraging individuals to relate their thoughts and their feelings and thus enrich their awareness of their own values. Values can again be said as beliefs that influence people behavior and decision making. For example, if people believe that telling truth is very important, they will try to be truthful when they deal with other people. Clarifying values is an integral part of personal growth. Knowing what is most important to us provides a blueprint and direction in our lives. Value clarification is a key area in our self-knowledge. because we develop a greater awareness of our core values. Knowing our core values or what is most important to us is extremely relevant to creating goals, setting priorities and managing our time. And so setting our values right also helps in time management. This is because we have solid ideas about where we will commit blocks of our energy and time. Less important areas can be set aside or dropped from our schedules. When we have to make choices between activities, we will have our core values to guide us. When we clarify our values, we also have the opportunity to strengthen our value system and integrity and to integrate ourselves into wholeness. Next is Schwartz value theory. What I want to do is at this point is just to describe one of these theories that seems to me to be the most serious, ambitious, well developed and well supported, namely the Schwartz theory of basic values. Due to Shalom Schwartz, by values, we often refer to beliefs concerning what situations and actions are desirable. However, values for Schwartz are not attitudes toward particular situation or actions like having a chicken curry right now or having rupees 20,000 in my bank account. He restricts the term value to broad motivational goals. Schwartz sees values as stable standards by which we evaluate everything else, including the appropriateness of any norms, attitude traits or virtues that may be suggested to us. It is also characteristics of value that some are more important than others. And so, according to him, there are about 10 stable standards. The first one is self-direction. Self-direction aims in getting freedom in thought and action. Freedom, creativity, ambition, independence all comes under this. Next is simulation. Something new and novel, something that brings excitement and new challenges. We can say it is as related to self-direction, the excitement of doing something different and new without fear and dread. Next is hedonism. Means something that is delightful and gives satisfaction for oneself. For example, it is sometimes delightful to go out for long trips and vacation, while for some it is pleasure and gratification in work. Next is achievement. Personal satisfaction through success, showcasing skills and qualities according to societal standards or performing something that would attract social approval and respect. This may also generate resources that are needed for individuals to live and for groups and institutions to reach their goals. Next is power, social standing, dominance or upper hand over people and resources. It is a fact that some differentiation in status is needed for society to live harmoniously. So, in groups, power should be treated as value. It demonstrates importance on attainment and continuity of dominant position within society. Next is security. It differs in individuals as well as in groups. Like for individuals, it may be cleanliness, but when it comes to a group, it may be a national security. This may also indicate health, emotional security, sense of belongingness, etc. Next is conformity. Restrictions on deeds, ideas, control on actions without thought, etc. are things which, if gone out of control, can harm others and goes against societal happiness or norms. Conformity values requires individuals to restrict action that may harm or disrupt smooth interaction of group functioning. Restrict actions that may cause others disturbance, especially neighbors, close others and society as whole. Examples can be politeness, self-discipline, honoring the elders, etc. Tradition. These can be said as handed over to individuals through religion, customs and one's culture. People develop ideas and beliefs that has developed through their experience and destiny. These later develop as traditions or customs. They often develop as expectations, norms and behavior. Conformity and tradition can be said to as related because both tell us of subordination. Conformity values tells of restriction and subordination to people we closely interact, like elders or parents, or in tradition it is subordination to objects like customs, religion, etc. Conformity values can be said as more of reaction to current situations, while traditional values demand responsiveness based on past experience and situation. Benevolence. Benevolence values emphasis voluntary concern for others' welfare, like helpful, honest, forgiving, responsible, loyal, true friendship, mature love, etc. Benevolence and conformity values both promote cooperative and supportive social relations. However, benevolence values provide an internalized motivational base for such behavior. In contrast, conformity values promote cooperation in order to avoid negative outcomes for self. Both values may motivate the same helpful act separately or together. Next is universalism. Can be put into more basic acceptable values like understanding, tolerance, protection of environment and all people, etc. It derives from survival requirements of individuals and groups, but people do not accept these values until they become aware of its problems, like again social justice, equality, etc. Interpretation of Schwartz value theory. Schwartz defines values as guiding principle. The value theory comes out with the nature of values and discusses the characteristics that are present in all values and what did differentiates one value from another. The theory identifies 10 basic personal values that are recognized across cultures and explains where they have come from. At the heart of the theory is the idea that values form a circular structure that reflects the motivations each value expresses. This circular structure that captures the conflicts and compatibility among the 10 values is apparently culturally universal. Each person holds numerous values. However, in the pursuit of all value, conflicts can arise. We interpret values varying in importance as how people deal with situations of conflicting values. For example, when a person finds honesty more important than success and has to choose between lying to be successful or being honest and not successful, then this person will choose to be honest. A value system helps one to choose between alternatives, resolve conflicts and make decisions. Why we need values and morals? Now, why we need values and morals are also to be carefully considered. We all need these for several reasons. First, they could guide our life minute by minute towards noble goals, rather than our life being controlled by self-serving motives, customs, accidental occurrences, bad habits, impulses or emotions. We have to know where we are going before we can get there. Values and morals can not only guide but inspire and motivate us, giving us energy and a zest for living and for going something meaningful. Sensitivity to a failure to live up to our basic values may lead to unproductive guilt or to constructive self-dissatisfaction, which motivates us to improve. Then again, high values and some success meeting those goals are necessary for high self-esteem. So basically, we need values to boost our self-esteem. Professed but unused values are worthless or worse. We can say it is phony goodness. We must be honest with ourselves, recognizing the difference between pretended values and operational values. Of course, no one lives up to all these ideals, but values that only makes us look or feel good, including being religious, and do not help us act more morally must be recognized as self-serving hypocrisy. Values try to shape a society by helping them, by recommending what is needed and avoided, good and bad, desirable and undesirable. If we take an example that children evokes innocence and youth appears to be desirable, then shaped by this value, individuals spend millions of rupees each year on cosmetic products and surgeries to look good and beautiful. Many of the Western societies have high value on individuality and independence when compared with many Asian societies where welfare of the group and group relations are a primary value. But slowly these values are changing and more are dominated by individualistic culture and value. Living up to culture's value can be very often tough. Say for example, it is very easy to value your health, but sacrificing fast food or French fried items can be very difficult. Faithfulness in marriage is valued, but many spouses fail in this regard. Cultural diversity and equal opportunities are highly valued in many regions, and yet the same regions practice oppression and suppression. Can you think of ways of value acquisition? In my point, I can say it's through socialization. Socialization process lead to development of values. Socialization invariably happens in a surroundings or circumstances. Since socio-cultural background is different for each society, there exist different values. There is different coating of surrounding according to ecological viewpoint. The smallest in case of a child is its immediate surrounding comprising of parents, teachers, peers, play area, etc. Another leg can be the child's involvement in other interaction like parents talking to neighbors, etc. Further, the child is also affected by the broader community in which the child lives. Today, we all have extended community in the form of social media, workplaces, mobiles, family, friends, etc. As a child grows, these layers of surroundings or circumstances influence his way of thinking, values, etc. Under the influence of all these circumstances, we rapidly learn which response is acceptable and which ones are not approved, which ones will be appreciated and which will lead to punishment. The nature of result and its frequency is thus significant to form a value. When one behavior is appreciated and rewarded, then it forms a positive influence, and when action results in punishment or disapproval, then it forms negative association, and mind slowly tends to practice those acts which brought us desired result. When it is repeated under acceptable conditions of boosting, they form habits and sink deep inside as significant tendencies. Values are naturally followed if there is a change from fear of punishment to an involvement of value-related responsibility. Then there be shift from must consciousness to ought consciousness. In must consciousness, there is a sense of compulsion, but under ought consciousness, there is a sense of responsibility. The must statement like I must do my cleaning, I must do my homework all reflect lack of choices or compulsion. But statements like I ought to keep my room clean, I ought to respect elders reflects responsibility and voluntary action. Ought reflects our choice as it reflects one's self-image. When we give importance to self-image, many compulsions becomes ought and out of choice. To sum up, a change from must consciousness into ought consciousness has a following effect. External compulsions to internal control. Next, from fear of punishment to self-image and self-respect. From obedience to self-guidance to guiding even others. The process of education or enlightening people about values is a process of introducing critical and reflective thinking, responsible behavior and logical choice. When discussing about values, we also need to develop idea of thinking freely, questioning and reflecting on things, feel concerned and care about others, and to act logically and responsibly. Values are said earlier develop when people interact, discuss, develop concern about others and society as a whole, and not in isolation or compulsion. If we go into our constitution, we can have an idea of what values should we foster as a community and nation. The fundamental duties of its citizen in Article 15A itself reflects values that every citizen should possess, and they are promote harmony and spirit of common brotherhood, transcending religious, linguistic and regional or sectoral diversities, renounce practices hurtful to the dignity of women, value and preserve the rich culture, heritage of our composite culture, protect and improve the natural environment, develop the scientific temper, to give up violence and to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity, so that the nation constantly rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievement. In its preamble itself, the Constitution lays down four universal values: justice, social, economic and political; liberty, liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith and worship; equality, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all; fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and the integrity of the nation. Justice makes sure that the freedom enjoyed by one does not become disturbance to another. The justice to be meaningful requires division of control, empathy towards unprivileged and understanding towards disadvantaged. In this regard, education of rights and duties also becomes important to make sure that justice prevails. Liberty of action and thought is a fundamental value given in our constitution. The very fact that the fundamental shows the importance of this value. Liberty generates creativity, leads to innovations and inventions. These can be considered as criteria of a developed society. Respecting this value allows one to choose and respect others' choice. In a diverse country like India, it is very essential for a peaceful living. Equality is another value that is engraved in our constitution. Freedom and justice can be meaningful only if the equality is ensured. This value ensures that opportunities are available to each individual irrespective of background, culture, identity, etc. Fraternity or belongingness is a very important part of society. Feeling of community, brotherhood and oneness feeling all leads to an understanding of humanity. Only if we understand the importance of mutual help and support, we will be able to develop as a nation and world will be there for future generations to come. If we lose the value, wars, oppression, fall of humanity will happen, and therefore, regardless of diversity and religious difference, we need to come together and work as humans. Therefore, considering the importance of each value and basic values like love, respect, peace, punctuality, honesty, etc. It is very important that these values are nurtured from the very beginning and from our homes and schools. The efforts will have an everlasting impression, making responsible citizen, abiding by constitution and contributing and cooperating with society and country at large. Last but not the least, ways of value creation or strategies of value creation, or how can we impart values in others. Now, for implanting values, we need a different approach altogether, as unlike conventional subjects. Values need to be internalized, then only it can be sustained in the long run. The learner needs to have a conscious decision of practicing values consciously and responsibly. Values, skills and attitudes are not something that can be learned or practiced by forcing learners to memorize or by giving impositions. This requirement forces us to implant values different from conventional ways and adopt experimental or participative model. Few of the strategies to develop values among learners of values can be as follows. First is visual perception. Visual perception means developing the ability of interpretation of surroundings from the available different information. Visual experiences like charts, cartoons, films and other visual methods are indeed much superior to verbal communication. For examples, films, especially Bollywood films, have also played their role in projecting values and protecting it. These films permitted people across a huge area to realize that they are a part of one country. They assisted in creating a sense of nationhood. These films also had a clear moral discourse, supporting honesty, true love and concern for the poor. Many films still continue to inspire people, which can be evidenced from repeated viewing. Roja is one film which is played across the nation on Independence Day to project oneness and brotherhood. Next is meditation. Meditation can bring wonders to attitude and behavior of a person, and it can be practiced from time immemorial, and its importance cannot be overemphasized. Meditation or techniques of yoga can be introduced in all spheres so that calmness, clarity of mind, energy and concentration can be achieved by learners. It can be a warm-up session for children, which if introduced in the early childhood can be a definite source of value creation. Next is role playing. The process of role playing involves acting out the story, depicting certain values, mimicking and summarizing the process of seeing, judging and acting. Role playing helps learners in better understanding the situation and use of values and reinforcing the importance of values. Role playing of famous personalities can be undertaken to understand the importance of values in their lives, like that of Mahatma Gandhi or Abraham Lincoln, etc. Next is storytelling. Storytelling is a very powerful way of imparting values in the minds of young children, and there are many incidents where mothers storytelling have inspired their children to grow up and even sacrifice their life for a value, thus influencing their life in a big way. Original and compelling tales rooted in real life situation can have a profound influence on learners when they are also given chance to discuss and reflect upon. Example, we all have heard about the story of Golden Goose and the boy who cried wolf, wolf. And it is interesting to note that even generations after it is written, it is still valid and continues to inspire us to hold on to our values. Next is anecdotes. When the fourth one I would like to discuss with my friends is anecdotes. Anecdotes are short life incidents or similarities about a real person or event similar to topic under discussion. These helps in recognizing with ourselves to great people, living by the values, providing useful understanding of the different situations, understanding of varied perspectives and options, and skills in countering with conflicts, difficult situation or events, dealing with emotions and feelings. Anecdotes serve the purpose of making learners understand the importance of value in motivating and inspiring them to think, reflect deeply on the situation. The examples and incidents happened in the life of great personalities can be illustrated to emphasize their greatness achieved is not sudden, but through perseverance, patience and practice. Life story of Mary Kom can be a great inspiration to today's youth in instilling values like hard work, perseverance and commitment. Next is group singing. Singing in a choir provides an immediate and tangible manifestation of power and the joy of cooperation. It signifies a unity towards a common purpose or goal, cooperation, discipline and self-restraint and the spirit of accommodation. The serenity of a song mentally prepares one to concentrate on the better qualities like love, integrity and forgiveness, which are gateway to value. So, group singing at morning assembly should be sang to promote values among school children. Last but not the least, group works. Working in groups for projects and group discussions, games, drama, etc. teaches value of love, tolerance, cooperation, peaceful coexistence and mutual respect. Such activities are to be organized in such a way so that value can be inculcated among the learners. Now, you can try the following activities to have a grip on the concept of value. Identify a personality or a famous personality and list few values that would have made him or her the way they are. The next would be narrate 2 incidents in your life where you have shown yourself to be a person who upholds value. Again, you can imagine that you are a teacher for LKG students and you want to highlight the importance of honesty, hard work and tolerance. What are the different methods adopted to do so? You can illustrate with examples. Thank you for watching this program and have a nice day.